The entertainment world shook again. After years of mystery, cryptic smiles, and endless speculation, BLACKPINK's Lisa has finally opened up a bit about her love story, and who would have thought? The name that came off her lips made the whole world pause. BTS's Jungkook. Yes, the two biggest stars of the two most influential groups in the K-pop world, who have so far been united only by rumors and accidental glances on stage, are now again at the center of a global conversation. But this time not because of conjecture, but because of a confession that feels so honest and touching. Crescent Moon, unexpected beginning. I never planned to fall in love. In an exclusive interview held in between photo shoots for a well-known international magazine, Lisa spoke about many things: her career, the dreams she has achieved, to moments of reflection during the break in the world tour, BLACKPINK, Born Pink. But when the interviewer cautiously touched on love, Lisa only smiled gently and then stared at the window that was lit by dusk. "I never planned to fall in love," she said quietly. But sometimes those feelings come in the most unexpected ways. Before you even realize it, someone is already in your heart without you even realizing it. The sentence hung in the air, creating a momentary silence. The interviewer tried to dig deeper, asking if the figure was someone known to the public. Lisa only smiled again, this time more gently, and then answered, "He's someone everyone knows. And yes, you probably know him too." Dizzy, one name that resonates. Jungkook. A few days later, snippets of the interview began circulating on social media. Fans began to guess who Lisa meant. Some mention actors, some mention musicians, but most, with confidence, write down one common name: Jungkook. And when finally the full interview video was released, the world literally gasped. In the end, Lisa calmly calls, "I don't know if this is too honest, but Jungkook is someone who was, and probably still is, in my heart." Just one sentence, but enough to set the virtual universe on fire. Within minutes, the names Lisa and Jungkook were trending on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. The clip of the interview was played millions of times in just a few hours, with comments from around the world mixing shock, happiness, and emotion. Sparkling heart friendship that grows into something more. A close source from the Korean entertainment industry revealed that the closeness between Lisa and Jungkook has been established for quite some time. They first got to know each other at the annual music awards in 2018. At that time, the two gave each other professional greetings, but since then, small interactions behind the stage have begun to attract attention. "There's nothing weird between them," said a production staffer who once worked at one of the big shows where BTS and BLACKPINK performed together. "But you can feel the strange chemistry. They both seem to understand each other without saying much." On a few occasions, eagle-eyed fans have also captured small moments between the two: a brief stare as the awards were announced, a smile on stage, or even the time of frequent Instagram posts close together. Although it seems coincidental, many believe there is a hidden meaning behind it all. "Rose, he's a sincere person and I admire him." Lisa then continued her story in the same interview. "I've always admired someone who works hard, but remains humble. Jungkook is that type of person," he said. "He is not only talented, but also has a soft heart and attention to small things. It makes me feel comfortable every time I interact with him." He then added, "Sometimes the world is very noisy, stressful. But with someone who can make you feel calm without having to say much, I think it's something rare." The statement led many fans to believe that the love between them may have existed, either in the form of a real romantic relationship or just a deep feeling that was never fully expressed. Glow showing Europe Africa World reaction. Lisa and Jungkook, a story that never goes out. As soon as the article and video of the interview went viral, the reaction from fans around the world came like a huge wave. Blink and ARMY, two of the biggest fandoms in the world, were stunned at first, then slowly turned into a sea of complex emotions. Many wrote in full support, saying that they were happy to see Lisa dare to be honest. "Love is not something to hide. I'm proud of Lisa for being herself," one fan wrote on Twitter. Meanwhile, the ARMY also showed their adult side. "If Jungkook makes Lisa happy, we're happy too," wrote a fan account from Brazil. But of course, There are also a small number who find it difficult to accept this fact. Some fans were surprised, others were still in doubt whether the confession really reflects a real romantic relationship, or is it just a memory of the past? But despite the speculation, one thing is clear. Lisa's confession has opened a new chapter in the history of the relationship of two of K-pop's biggest icons. Gemstone two stars, two worlds, one secret. Lisa and Jungkook are both known for their strict privacy. Both are career-focused, often performing on the international stage and taking South Korea's name to a global level. But beneath all that glitter, they remain human, with naturally growing feelings, doubts, and love. In a separate interview, Jungkook said, "Love for me is not something that should be announced. But when you love someone, the world feels softer. Your music sounds more honest." The quote is now back viral, as if it were a mirror of the feelings Lisa expressed. Are they still together? No one knows for sure. But the fans chose to enjoy this moment as proof that love can grow even in the midst of the hustle and bustle, fame and light of the world spotlight. Hibiscus Lisa's sweet message to fans. Towards the end of the interview, Lisa closed the conversation with such a touching phrase. "Love is not about who you have, but about who makes you grow." Sometimes, people come and go, but the feeling they leave behind will always be part of who you are. The sentence became the most shared quote on social media for days. Thousands of fans rewrote those words in Instagram captions, TikTok edit videos, and even on fan art depicting Lisa and Jungkook against a backdrop full of stars. Title: A secret that is no longer a secret. Now, after the confession, Lisa seems calmer. In his latest post on Instagram, he wrote a short, "Be honest with your heart." Fans perceived the phrase as a sign that Lisa had already come to terms with her past. Either love was still blossoming, or it was just a beautiful memory stored in her heart. Jungkook, in his latest live broadcast, sang a meaningful song, "Still With You," which made fans even more believe that the feeling might still be there, tucked between a sincere tone and a smile. The secret behind her smile and elegance. Many know Lisa as a person who is always smiling, energetic, and exudes a positive aura. But behind it all, he admitted that he had experienced difficult times, especially when career pressure began to accumulate. "Sometimes I feel like I'm losing myself. Everyone sees me as a perfect idol, even though I'm also an ordinary human who sometimes wants to stop for a moment," Lisa said honestly. She also shared that meditation, journaling, and time with her pets are the best ways for her to maintain mental health. "I learned to love myself first, because if I'm not happy, I can't make anyone else happy," she said. One of the things that was also surprising was when Lisa revealed that she had considered quitting the entertainment world. "There were periods where I felt mentally exhausted. I ask myself, do I still love what I do? But every time I stand on stage and look at the faces of the fans, I know the answer. Yes, I still love her." Rose cover. Lisa and Jungkook. Two names that have carved their respective histories, now intersect in a story full of flavor. Lisa's confession is not just news but a human moment that reminds us all that even in a world surrounded by spotlights, true love can still grow quietly, simply, yet so deeply. And perhaps among the stage highlights, the roar of the audience as well as the sparkle of the cameras, there is a pair of eyes that are still looking for each other, and hearts that, somehow, still know each other.